Hello, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me here tonight on TCM. Up next, our night of Best Picture winners continues with the film that took home the award at the Oscars ceremony in March 1943. America was in the throes of World War II, and the ceremony that night reflected the moment. Before the winners were announced, Marine Private Tyrone Power and Army Private Alan Ladd unfurled a flag that revealed that more than 27,000 members of the motion picture industry were currently in uniform. And for the first time, the Oscar statuettes were made of plaster instead of metal and gold plating due to wartime shortages. The movie that won the Best Picture award also addressed the realities of the war head-on. From MGM in 1942, it's Mrs. Miniver. Greer Garson stars in the title role as the matriarch of an English family that struggles to adjust as the war progresses and moves closer and closer to the home front. The film was directed by William Wyler, and it was the last picture he made before he took time away from Hollywood to serve in the U.S. Army Air Force. When the war ended, he returned to make another World War II masterpiece, The Best Years of Our Lives. Both of those films won him the Oscar for Best Director. Mrs. Miniver earned a total of 12 nominations, winning 6, including for Best Picture, for Greer Garson as Best Actress, and for Teresa Wright as Best Supporting Actress. It was a big year for Teresa Wright. She was also nominated in the Best Actress category for Pride of the Yankees. Prior to this, she had only made one other film, The Little Foxes, which also earned her an Oscar nomination and was directed by William Wyler. From 1942, also with Walter Pidgeon, Richard Ney, Dame Mae Whitty, and Henry Travers, Mrs. Miniver. Greer Garson was not MGM's first choice for the role of Mrs. Miniver. It was first offered to Norma Shearer and then to Anne Harding, but they both declined because they didn't want to play a woman who was obviously older with a grown son. Greer Garson was only 37 years old at the time, but she accepted the part and gave the definitive performance of her career. She also wound up falling in love and marrying the actor who played her son in the film, Richard Ney, who was 12 years her junior. For her performance, Garson won the Best Actress Academy Award. It was the only Oscar win of her career, but it wasn't her only nomination, far from it. Garson was nominated for 5 consecutive years, from 1941 to 1945, and she was also nominated for her debut in 1939's Goodbye, Mr. Chips, and again in 1960. Her acceptance speech for her Mrs. Miniver Oscar has become the stuff of legend. Some, including the Academy historians, say that it went on for 7 minutes. But according to Garson and the Guinness Book of World Records, it was only about 5.5 minutes. Still, that was much longer than the average speech in 1943. Up next, the Best Picture winner of 1933, an epic drama based on a play by Noel Coward.
Next on TCM, Cavalcade, then Grand Hotel, and later, The Racket. Oscar is in on the grift tonight.